resolutions.
Resolutions are great. Or is this a conversation going to be about how you don't, the reasons why you don't make resolutions?
Okay. I make resolutions all the time. There's a difference between making them and keeping them.
Yeah. So what are your resolutions for the new year?
I resolve
2015.
I resolve to wait until the new year to actually give this any thought. I can't believe you're asking me now. Honestly.
This is the new year.
No, well, okay. So I resolve to to do a sit-up a day.
A sit-up a day. How ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
And
maybe even a push-up.
How do you plan on achieving this?
By laying down, grabbing my knees. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't think you're talking about sit-ups or push-ups. This is a good way to just segue into the beginning of the Bill and Jason Show.
It's the Bill and Jason Show.
Say live
I'm Bill
from
Hermann.
Jason's basement.
That's Jason Jones.
Monday morning, and this is the Bill and Jason Show.
Yeah,
I'm Jason Jones. That's Bill Hermann.
Didn't I just say that?
And
we have a cool show today.
We have an echo as well.
Uh-huh.
In fact, another resolution I have is to have the most amazing Mobile Beat conference ever.
Oh, that's right. That's coming up. Yeah. I need to start writing stuff.
Yeah, you've got to stop drinking, Bill. I tell you.
If I stop drinking, nothing will get done. I'm just telling you.
You don't really need it for your creativity. So, as crazily entertaining as we are, I thought that it would be a good idea to have some of the
someone actually interesting on the show,
geniuses on the show that are going to be making us look good. Well, because that's what it's all about.
Right. What we've ended up doing, instead of actually taking responsibility for the show and the designing we're doing, we're bringing in people that are way more talented than us to be a part of it.
Yes.
So that when it fails miserably, we'll say it's their fault.
That's right. It's kind of the consultant's credo. You see, if it goes fabulous, it was all because of us. And if it doesn't go well, then
these
it's
people
because
didn't do their thing.
It's because of these two guys, Jason Jani and Jeremy Brech. We jest, of course. It's welcome to the Bill and Jason Show. It's so great to have you here again, for you, Jeremy, and for you for the first time, Jason.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, we kid, of course. Jeremy, the extraordinary, is extraordinary talented DJ, but he's also an amazingly talented lighting designer, and so he's going to be doing the lighting design and directing that whole experience. And
he is working right now on that design. And he's directing not only the design, but he is our stage manager.
While he's sitting there right in front of that
not at the
curtain
show
that hides
the
the vastness of his studios. He's
actually sitting in his restroom right now, and he just covered up
then
with his
Jason
towel.
Jani, who's like putting together just some amazing mixes, and just like what you're gonna just drop the beat, right?
We're gonna drop the beat.
So let's start with Jason Jani, because we've talked to Jeremy, and not that many people were actually interested when we had that show. So let's first talk. I'm just kidding. Jeremy, Jason rather. All these J's. I got two Jasons, a Jeremy, a Jake. The show, I'm the only B in the show. Jason Jani, DJ. Are you originally from New Jersey?
I am originally born and bred New Jersey, right here. Yeah, born and raised.
And when did you decide that you wanted to be in the entertainment business?
I decided I wanted to be in the entertainment business what seems like forever ago. It's just about 20 years ago, as a matter of fact, when I was kind of like influenced or inspired by some of the kind of the DJs that were around the New York area at the time.
Was it like a burning bush experience? Like you remember it that way?
Yeah, kind of, but a little different. But yeah, it was cool. I don't know. I love that music can kind of like influence emotion, and that's like what really drove me to the craft itself.
Was there one specific DJ that you saw that you kind of attribute to I want to be like that guy?
I don't think there was just one. There's really like two that I felt that were really inspirational in my overall career, like from an early on kind of stage. One, Scribble, right, from New York. He was doing a lot of that MTV Spring Break kind of stuff way back when. And the legendary Jazzy Jeff, who's actually going to be on the bill now for the Night of the Legends at Mobile Beat.
Well, and this might be a little bit of a rumor, but aren't you and him going to be kind of doing a little kind of collaboration thing or handoff or something like that? Or is that totally under wraps?
I'm honored to say that I will be opening up for the magnificent Jazzy Jeff himself.
Wow,
awesome.
That's really great.
Excellent. So you're going to make him sweat a little bit. I love it.
Are you memorizing all of the words to the Fresh Prince's rap from his TV show? As that's what's going on, right?
I've done that already. Yes,
Have you?
Preparation for this. So it's part of my contract, I believe.
It is part of his contract.
Yes. And then put in all the will drops that you can.
So you have your own company in New Jersey now too. I mean, and when did that all begin? And when did you decide you wanted to like be in the business of this as opposed to just go out and be a star?
Well, I started. I did do the mobile thing before I started my company, and I really didn't kind of like click in with what I was doing. So a couple of years after, while I was doing a lot of different nightlife work, whether it was bars or clubs, I was always asked to do like private events for some of the people that would frequent some of the venues that I would play at quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the I guess the birth of what is now known as the SCE Event Group. So one at a time, I kind of slowly took cherry-picked events that I wanted to be part of. And then those events kind of led to other events and led to other events. Now, remember, going back to 2000, we didn't have Facebook. We didn't have Google Ads. Like, word of mouth was an insanely powerful kind of advertising platform that in order to do this, you kind of had to have that,
Right.
And it kind of spread slowly and steadily over the years. And working 4 or 5, 6 nights a week, went to 3 or 4 nights, to 2 or 3 nights, to 1 night, in the nightlife world as the kind of the ramp up for the private event business took place.
And you never really gave up doing the private events as a performer yourself, right?
No, I personally do about 200 performance events a year at this point in my life. So
wow, that's
active.
Quite a schedule, a serious schedule.
And you've done some really big rooms. What's the biggest show you ever did?
The largest show I've ever played was I was selected by Axl Rose to play for Guns N' Roses at the Izod Center here in Jersey. So the Izod Center is where the Devils used to play, right? Hockey. There was about 19,000 people in the room that night.
Wow. And when you say selected, you guys got together for a beer and you chatted and said, you're cool, you're in.
He stopped down to the office.
Right, right.
It kind of worked that way. At that time, I was doing a lot of different work for other artists that were kind of rolling through the Jersey area on tour, and he was looking for something specific. And one of the senior vice presidents for Live Nation, that produced the shows, thought of me right away. Gave him my press kit, and they all approved it right away. So.
That's so awesome.
My largest venue I've ever played, and it was definitely an interesting one for sure.
No kidding.
That's so awesome. You can never have enough advocates. That's really fantastic.
And Jeremy and Jason have known each other for quite a while. How did you guys get to know each other, Jeremy?
Well, actually, I'm just here on this conversation to listen to Jason.
In the studio audience, we have
our one fan.
Jason's one fan.
I think a lot of people across the industry recognize Jason, and what he does for his clients and what he does with his music. And I mean, great about video logging and things like that. So I've always just kind of followed him. And I was fortunate to run into him this summer and kind of get to know him. He's noticed that I have a very unique style of bowling, and it's pretty stellar, and I play a pretty good game. But we just got to know each other through an industry gathering, and just kind of kicked it off from there. And again, just created a great team.
That's really awesome. Now, I mean, you're really a skilled DJ yourself, but one of the areas that you've really become really well known in, and of course we're using those talents in creating the experience at the Mobile Beach Show coming up, is in lighting design. I mean, you went from just going like, oh, let's set up some nice color up lights in a room, for and match what color your dresses will match that color, and you've gone like way beyond that. I mean, I remember seeing some of the examples of some of the events. Well, actually, even I'll reference one of our shows where you talk about an incredible Halloween party where you're using video mapping and using like glow paint and like all this amazing stuff. You got a hotel to let you put plastic on all the walls and repaint them, which I don't know if I'm more impressed with that or with the stuff you put on the walls. Right. But either way, both were really impressive. So you can refer back to that Bill and Jason show, which we had you on, but done some really, really amazing work. When did that become something that was a rabbit hole that you went down after?
Exactly.
I always grew up being a very artistic individual. I was, when I was in grade school, I was known as that outstanding artist. I won awards when I was a kid. And I always enjoyed the art aspects of music and design and color palettes and all that. And I basically took what I learned through high school in art design, and then I went to college and I went for computer graphics, multimedia, web, and art. Oh. I got 3 majors focusing on those things. So it allowed me to utilize what I went to school for in college, and now I get to put that into people's events, and I get to get paid for it. Most people who are artists, they put art together, they try to sell art, and it just doesn't go anywhere. Well, this is one of those things where I actually get to design, maybe live, or I get to design for somebody. And when I can put that picture into a reality, it makes it encouraging for me to take it to the next step and the next level.
Look for Jeremy's forthcoming book, How to Make Art Marketable. He'll be going on the speaking circuit next month.
Oh, my Lord.
That's awesome.
I had no idea he was so educated.
Oh, I knew he was smart, but now,
now I feel bad.
Kind of dumb.
High school education here.
Silly.
He's a college guy here.
So that's
what do you with
fantastic.
a college and you did with a college education? You went, something. I'm going to be a DJ. Well, I thought your mom wanted to smack the snot out of you.
Well, I actually started my DJ company where it was just more focused on the DJing. Oh, hold on a second. The motion lights just went off.
It actually did went off.
He has a difficult time with lighting, and he's our lighting guy. What the heck?
He is in the bathroom. You were right.
I told you the emotion light went off because his emotion just dropped.
I guess it's the only place he can get privacy now that he has 2 girls.
Yeah, well.
I have the silent flushing, so that's what but when I was in high school, I started my DJ company playing music for proms, high school events, wedding here and there,
right?
At the age of 15. So basically, I already had that kind of established, and I used that to get me through college. Mm-hmm. And what I learned in college basically allowed me to take what I did as a performer to another level and really focus on the event design and lighting design aspect.
That's a nice way to say what I learned in college was I ain't going to make any money with an art history degree.
I'm painting canvases.
Dude, no, let me ask. That's a good question. Well, this is the first time I've heard that, and I've known you for a while, that you have a degree in art, or at least you worked in arting. So when you're not designing lighting and working for clients and putting it into a business, are you using any of that? Are you expressing yourself on canvas? Or
are you recreating Monets and stuff?
Or are you a sculptor? I mean, what do you like playing with other than light?
Actually, that brings up something interesting. I actually love drawing. I love freehand drawing, and I haven't really got to do it or focus on it since I was in college, which was 8 years ago, something like that. Uh-huh. And so I kind of wanted to do something special for Christmas this year, and we had our family pictures taken. And I actually drew out the portraits of my 3 girls. I hand drew them, and I gave that to them for Christmas.
That's awesome.
Oh, now
see, have to share that.
You're gonna have to share that.
You're gonna have to
send us a picture so we can put it up on the screen and post in this video. That's really, really awesome. And I just got a great idea. Okay, not only can he do lighting and design, but we'll have him doing caricatures in the hallway.
That's a brilliant idea.
Sweet.
Yes, and then we'll make gobos of them and we'll project them up all around.
Okay, this show's about to blow up, man. This
is great. That's included in the price, right? We can get that included, right? Yes, that's not extra.
You're not going to get much out of that section.
Well, speaking of the show, what do you guys now? As you're really like as this show is airing, you guys are really in kind of the creative part where you're pulling things together, pulling ideas together, and so we're a long ways from having things really, really fleshed out for this show. But what are some ideas that you're excited about?
Well, and without telling us exactly what you
without telling us anything,
what I want to hear is why are you excited about this, and what are you excited about creating, as opposed to I'm going to have this light or I'm going to use that song. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so we won't talk about the dancing ladies at all.
No.
Well, no, because that's a costume I'm picking up for myself.
Completely vague, please.
Okay, so one of the things that, again, when Jason, Jani, and myself got together this summer, I was actually fortunate to see him spin live. And basically, what I have to do as a lighting designer is I have to look at it and say, okay, where's he going to go next with his music? Mm-hmm. And I think that's what's going to be the exciting part for me is, when you go to a concert, all that lighting is already created.
Yeah.
They know exactly when that's going to happen and this is going to happen. Mm-hmm. Where, as an artist, for him mixing music and me as a lighting artist, we have to work together and we have to basically read each other's minds. And I think that first day is going to be, it's going to be awesome because, again, we're going to be collaborating on the spot. And the things that we have in mind to really make Jason stand out before the show, to build up that excitement, it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I think the total show experience for someone that's attending is going to be quite different than anything they've ever seen before. And to me, that's what's really exciting about this whole project. I mean, you know what? Mobile Beat has always been such a a resource for people attending in terms of knowledge, networking, and communication, right? Cool ideas, cool concepts. Now we're actually bringing to the table things that affect us all, right? We're all DJs. We all use lighting. Now we're going to be able to incorporate some of this cool stuff that's never really been done before to create an experience and an energy level that's never been present at the shows. And of course, we have two awesome hosts to kind of bring it all together as well.
Oh, so, gosh,
there's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts, and between the lighting with Jer, the hosting with both yourself and Bill, and the back provided, or the soundscape, just the music, it's going to really give the show an incredible new kind of level of energy, I feel.
Oh, I'm in complete agreement that this is going to be an amazing show, and by the way, we owe him another $20 for bringing us up and talking about nice things.
I'm on it. I'm on PayPal right now while we speak.
But I mean, that is exactly why. That's exactly why Jason and I, when we were approached about this, that we wanted to put together a team like what we have. I mean, you two. I mean, I really believe that you can read each other's mind. If I asked you right now, Jeremy, what is
Jason thinking
right now?
He's thinking, I wonder what Jared's going to say.
And Jason?
That was he got it right there.
Freaking me out.
See,
man.
now, how did you is it just because you met once that you're able to do this, or can you do this with anybody, Jeremy?
Well, see, you have a name that starts with a J as well, so you really should be on the same link as us, which you'll get in there. You'll get that. But yeah, I mean, it's just that connection we have.
Take the tinfoil hat off and you'll be good to go.
No, hey, I'm in another galaxy for a reason. I'm protecting the Earth, but that's a subject for another day. So, and just the way that you're describing it is, I already start to visualize like how that's going to look and how that's going to feel, in the room where we have just the presence of all that. And I've really felt like something that I've really wanted to see really badly at the show is something that really celebrates what's the best about the DJ. I mean, it seems like oftentimes we find ourselves like kind of, complaining about like the things that are difficult about our work or about, clients' perception, all that stuff. And we could go on and on and on. And we become really preoccupied for that and then forget that, we could actually have a moment where we have 4 days to celebrate how awesome we are.
And how awesome this job is.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that, and Jason had brought it up, Jani had brought it up, is, I mean, you look at everything that we do in our industry. We do play music, we do host, and we do lighting. And when you have all of that collaborating together to create an experience, I mean, that's what we want to do for our clients. And hopefully what we do just in general without the presenters, we got, you got Penn Jillette. I mean, you have all these amazing people going on stage, but think about all the stuff that's happening in between all of that. That's what we do every single day when we get in front of a client. So hopefully we can inspire people just in what we're doing as a collaboration.
Well, and let me ask you, both of you guys, we are all so deep in the design of this and working things together. Have you given any thought to the things about the show other than what we are doing together that you are excited about? I mean, is there a speaker you're excited about? Is there something that's going to be happening at the show that either one of you are excited about seeing?
I can say, well, not only are the presenters, the speakers, the entire roster is stacked with a lot of different areas that are influential to our industry and our community, right? Yeah. But in addition to that, we have the experience that's going to be there that we're all working on, right? The backdrop of music, the lighting backdrop, the ambiance of the space, the hosting with you guys. And then we have the floor, the showroom floor, which is going to be stacked with incredible, like, not only booths from providers like Chauvet or NLFX. We have a ton of different people that are going to be there, bringing the latest and greatest industry offerings for everyone to see, touch, and feel right in person. I mean, it's a recipe for success on a lot of levels. And you know what? I think the conference itself is going to just be amazing. It's going to be an amazing experience. I couldn't see being in this industry and not attending this year's conference.
Yeah.
Wow.
I really couldn't, you know.
Worthy of the expression "off the hook," I would say.
I'm not even bringing a hook.
And you know, I've been so focused on creating all this, I haven't even looked at the roster, so I couldn't even tell you. I've been so focused on what I'm working on.
Jeremy, he is our hard worker of the group. That
really
is
is.
true. You
He
know, while the
really
rest
is.
of us are DJing, he's like, or not DJing, but
He's
daydreaming.
sitting in his bathroom in front of his
sitting there,
towels, thinking
like,
of stuff.
working on that laptop,
Right.
tick-tacking away. No
Speaking of,
Facebook.
my lights are probably going to turn off again.
So quick move. Make a sun movement.
Okay.
This is amazing. This
Greatest
technological.
thing ever.
I thought you'd have your lights programmed in your.
He just went and did 2 jumping jacks in front of his
Well, he's got to stay fit.
Yeah, you gotta get that
fitness is a
six-pack
part of-
that we like
A
so
part
much.
of this as well. No, this
I'm a
is.
green building. I got to stay conservative with my energy.
I think it's safe to say that that this is the year that Mike and Ryan by causing this whole team to come together
Yeah.
have outdone themselves in a major way. So this will be, it's not just hype in saying this is going to be a brand new incredible experience that we've brought everyone together. I guess I just wanted to kind of wrap up this podcast by saying
I'm
this
really
is the
excited.
truth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can I chime in on that? I
Yeah.
remember when going to my first Mobile Beat or going to some of these other shows, and it's like, man, you go to this show and you're expecting this grand, this grand feel when you walk in there. You're like, where's the lights? Where is the awesome sound? Where's all this stuff? And I think it just lacked that in the past. And going into this year, that's what I'm excited most about. Is it's stepping up the game, and it's really creating an experience for people to walk into. And it's not just all right, find your seat. Okay, here comes the presenter. So this is going to be, or maybe it is. Maybe
I got to
that's what it
rewrite.
is.
Well, I got to rewrite a couple things.
Oh, you
I mean, it's-
I think they
easy
change
on the
that.
expectations.
very high, right? I mean, that's what it's going to do. It's going to set the bar very high so that other conferences in the future are going to have to consider doing some level of production integration to the overall mix. I mean,
Right.
that's what Jeremy's bringing to the table, right? Like coordinating all these details and making it visually appealing and attractive
Yeah.
to watch, and people are going to want to be there. They're going to want to be in that room, and they're going to want to see what's coming next.
Agreed.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, this team is so good.
Yeah.
And I was just saying this the other day. This team we put together is so exciting and so dynamic and so creative that I would not want to be the team for next year's Mobile Beat. I wouldn't want to. I mean, we are really, we're not making it easy for people for the next year at all.
This gives me just a brainstorm idea, guys. Now, don't tell Mike or Ryan about this.
Yeah,
idea.
well, nobody watches this show anyway.
But I'm thinking, like, what we could do is
Okay.
once this is going to be so awesome, we'll get this all done.
Okay.
That we just keep all the stuff that we created,
Right.
and then we just offer it to any other outfit doing a conference. Like, just put your presenters in. We'll change the names.
Yeah, next year we'll do the Consumer
lights.
Electronics Show. Next year it'll be us, our
Right,
team,
our team
taking that on.
But we'll use all the same scripts. We'll just change the names.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Hi, I'm Jason, and that's Bill.
We'll begin it with this presentation about
Jeremy, and that's
DJs,
Jason.
and then we'll say, now for the Medical Association, here comes Bob. I think they would love it. No one has experienced anything like that.
Yeah, sure, just give it all
And we
away.
just keep recreating it.
Hey, don't throw that out the window. That's not that bad of an idea.
No, I know. It's turnkey. Look, this is going to cost you at least $50,000 less than the $500,000 it would have normally cost you.
Okay, once again, here we are talking about our $1 million idea on our podcast in front of the other people who...
Exactly. So that means the race is on.
Right,
Let's get to it.
or I just look into the screen and I go, trademark.
Right. Dear Facebook, I copyright all of my comments that I ever shoot. And if you use this or give this to any other person like Campbell Soup, I'm going to be totally PO'd and call my lawyer.
Hey, Jason, Jeremy, I cannot thank you enough for being a part of our show today. You guys are awesome.
And being part of the team.
If you have questions about any of this stuff or have comments, of course, you can do it on the comments below the video. You can comment to Jason or I at BillandJasonShow.com. You could even reach out, I'm sure, to Jason or Jeremy at any of their, I think it's the DJJer.
Yes.
.com, right? And it's SCE Entertainment, or is it ACE, SCE?
It's SCEeventgroup.com,
Event
but
group.
they can hit me on the Instagram or Twitter. Just
even better.
Jani.
Awesome.
Even better.
You
While
leave.
I have you guys, we should just do this real quick.
What?
Yeah,
We're,
oh, there we go.
we're gonna do a
Yeah.
we're gonna do a selfie. I'm not even in the picture.
Oh,
That's
get over
not
here.
Fair.
Quick, get over here. Come on, Bill.
Hold on,
Come
hold
on, come on, come on.
I gotta come over.
Okay, Bill,
Hold on,
breaking the
get
fourth
camera
wall.
shot.
There we go.
Branding, baby. It's all about branding.
Oh, did he put his shirt back on?
Hold on. One more.
This
Perfect.
is the dumbest ending of a
Just
show.
goes- No, it's not.
Hashtag what happens
It's
next.
not.
Hashtag what the hell was that?
So, and you always know a good show, fellas, when it always ends in laughter. So, in the tradition of Scooby-Doo, well, it would have been a terrible show if it wasn't for you kids.
You guys aren't doing nothing. Fine.
All right, well,
Next
that's
time.
it. That's the end of the show. Thanks for tuning in.
Broadcasting from high atop planet Earth at a rate of 96 kilobytes sampled per second over the interweb in an effort to stop glorifying being busy. This has been an entertainment experience production.